do a brief review on the pineapple diet. Now, this diet goes all the way back to the 70s, but some people are still interested in following it. I want to go over 3 questions. Question number 1, what are the facts? Because we're talking here facts versus fiction. We're talking here facts versus fiction. And then, do pineapples burn fat? And is it safe? Those are the 3 questions that I want to cover in this segment. Thank you for joining me. I talk about diets and health. I also cover celebrity diets on this program, healthy cooking. You'll see a number of shows that I do some healthy cooking, and I just cover a lot of things, but I focus a lot on weight management because a lot of people are interested in that. Let's go over that first question. What are the facts? Well, in this program, in a week, you have 2 days of pineapple. Now, I see different things, but I think in the original version of it, it was just fresh pineapples on those 2 days. And then the other days, you eat your normal diet. I kind of have an issue with your normal diet because if we go with your normal diet, that could be the problem right there. Therein lies the problem. It was your normal diet. So that's what it says. You eat your normal diet. And okay, but now some versions of this pineapple diet can be very restrictive. They want you to have pineapples for maybe only pineapples for 5 to 7 days. That's the fact. But I think more are leaning toward maybe the 2 days of the pineapple, the 2 days where you just eat pineapples. And then on those 2 days, you can eat other foods, but it has to be less than 500 calories. So like, for example, if you had tuna fish and crackers and a green salad and a creamy salad dressing, that could add up to about 465 calories. So tuna fish and crackers, that's about 240 calories. And then the green salad with, you can have maybe 3 tablespoons of a creamy salad dressing and get you up to less than 500 calories, along with your pineapples. I don't know if they specify how many servings of a pineapple, as long as it's fresh pineapple. Okay, so that's the fact with this diet. The other fact is pineapples are low in calories. A serving of a pineapple is about 83 calories. That's good. And another fact is pineapples taste good and you have that natural sweetness. So that natural sweetness can kind of curb your appetite for reaching for other things that are sweet, cookies, cake, candy bars. Another fact is there is no scientific evidence that the pineapple diet really works, or even if it's sustainable. So there is definitely no scientific evidence. So those are the facts. Now let's get to question number 2. Do pineapples burn fat? Do pineapples burn fat? No. Pineapples do not burn fat. Now, pineapples do have an enzyme, bromelain, that can reduce inflammation. But the enzyme bromelain breaks down protein. It does not go into your fat stores and melt fat away. So that's a myth. That's fiction. Okay, but the bromelain, that enzyme, a powerful enzyme, can help reduce your inflammation. And I know that because I remember a long time ago I had some foot surgery and I ate a lot of pineapples to help reduce the inflammation, because when the inflammation goes down, the pain can go down. I want to take this time to encourage you, please subscribe and tell your family and friends to subscribe too. I like to grow my channel and I want you to be a part of the community. But if you're having some issues, if you need help with credible strategies to lose weight and something that can really work for you and help you to maintain your weight, check me out on that Boss Battle Academy. It's an online weight loss program. It's very convenient. You only get the facts. There's not a lot of fluff, and you get so much useful information. Along with the class, you get the book, Boss Battle Strategies to Lose Weight. Now, you can get the book separate from the class, and in that book, you have a lot of the principles that I cover in that class. But the two go together like peanut butter and jelly. The last question, and is the pineapple diet safe? Well, I'm gonna have to put that in context. It would not be safe if you're following an extreme calorie restriction. then it would not be safe. So if you're going on, because I see some versions of this pineapple diet, and they may be recommending that you have only pineapples for 5 days or 7 days even. That's not safe. If you're going to go there, and although pineapple is a very good food, and we're going to talk about that in a second, but it doesn't deliver all the nutrients that your body needs. And that's why we need to eat a wide variety in moderation and a few other things, and that would help with weight management. And that would help with weight management. If you're going to substitute pineapples, which are lower in calories, for some of these high calorie foods that you crave a lot, that are high in sugar and high in fat, then this could be possibly a sensible plan for you. But not just pineapples. You want to add some other things to it. You can probably go with a couple of days you're going to restrict your calories, just a couple of days. And then the other days you can add a little bit more calories to your plan. But as long as you're eating a wide variety, then having pineapples or adding more pineapples to your diet, I don't see that as being an issue for you. But the key is having a wide variety of foods to make sure you get the nutrients that you need. Now, I like pineapples, particularly fresh pineapples. Again, you get that bromelain, which is that enzyme that can help reduce inflammation. That's a fact. But it's also a fact that pineapples are very nutritious. You get vitamin C, you get also manganese, and manganese is an essential trace element that helps with brain function. It also helps with your nervous system, and we have a lot to be nervous about. And then it's a good source of fiber. But again, I want you to steer away from these extremely low-calorie plans and things that restrict your calories for long periods of time. Because in that case, you're going to slow down your metabolism, you can lose muscle mass, and then you would get fatigue. And those aren't the things that we want. We want to enjoy life. We want to socialize. We want to have a good time. And we want to look forward to eating. And I would not look forward to eating if I only could have one thing every day, as good as it is. So let's just kind of fall away from that. I wanted to bring that to your attention. And I also want to add, there is no scientific evidence that the pineapple in and of itself is going to help with weight loss, and or this particular plan does that. On those days where you can eat your normal diet, that's not good. That's not a good strategy, because it's that normal way of eating that got us in trouble in the first place. But you want to be able to go with a plan that's sustainable and a very restrictive diet where you're eating a whole lot of pineapples. And some of the plans that are out there want you to have pineapples maybe for 7 days. I don't support that, because when you are just eating mostly pineapples for several days, you're missing out on a lot of nutrients. And if you're going to be on a very restrictive diet, that's not good. That's not a plan that's going to keep you calm. That's not a plan that is going to distress you. You want something that you can live with and is sustainable. And a very low calorie diet is just not sustainable. You'd get some weight loss, yes, but it's not sustainable. So what is your goal? We want the goal to be something that we can live with, something that we can enjoy, a plan that we can eat with our family and friends, and that's what I'm talking about. So there's no magic in the pineapple. The pineapple is not the slayer of fat. There are other things that you would have to do to reduce that fat. Get that book, Boss Battles, Strategies to Lose Weight. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I'm Daz, I'm out, but I look forward to seeing you next show.